All right, my fellow Aries or Aries cross watcher, let's get into our message. That's the pickup outside, so if you guys hear something kind of loud, it's just a truck. Anyway, all right, so this is gonna be a little bit confusing for me to talk about, only because there's a couple of different stories in one. For whoever this message is for, feel free to reverse it if you need to. This could be for somebody connected to you. You've got a couple different people here, and it's pretty specific. So if anybody's in a relationship here, I'm not really getting that. I'm getting more people who or I guess if anyone is in a relationship, it may have just happened, you know, like, or if this is foreshadowing, someone may, there will be an ending and then a new beginning, probably shortly thereafter. But aside from that, well, the first scenario here, you see, I'm going to get confused, so bear with me. Also, oh my God, yesterday I did a message for Pisces and I was like, have you guys ever sung a song for so long a certain way, like you thought it was the lyrics of the song, and then when you found out the exact lyrics, you still was pronouncing the song wrong, or you still were saying the lyrics as what you thought they were? I knew that Persephone, how I was saying her name, is Persephone. I've said it before, but I originally called her Persephone because it looks like Persephone, and so I have a hard time sticking with that. So even though I knew it's Persephone, I'm saying Persephone and Persephone and Persephone and Persephone. Even with Hermes, I'm thinking Hermes. With the singer Sade, I was calling her Sadie. So I don't know. Maybe somebody got you wrong, because I was not planning on talking about that in this message. But maybe somebody got you wrong, got you all wrong. This is for one scenario, which could be applicable here, because what I was going to say, what I wrote down last night, the first scenario is you do have somebody here who they're having a difficult time because they know they want to talk to you about something. They really do. It's very important, but it's heavy on their heart because there's already been a foundation laid emotionally between you and them. Could have been a long time ago. It doesn't have to be. There's already been some sort of foundation, but it may not have been the healthiest foundation, or it didn't end best, or whatever, something along those lines. Like there's already water under the bridge, or there's already, you know, when you wash a dish and there's still water from the sink, or if you use a dishwasher, there's still water from a dishwasher in it a little bit, and you want to make sure it completely gets out so you're not putting whatever liquid you're drinking into the cup with the like dishwasher water or the sink water still in it. You know what I'm talking about? You can still see a little bit of the water at the bottom of the cup. That's the thing here. That's the idea. For some of you, one of the scenarios here is there's a person who's been having a little bit of a difficult time, unless this is you, who wants to express themselves, who wants to tell you how they're feeling, and it's deep. I'm talking, it's freaking deep. It's hitting them real hard too. They may have gotten you wrong. Maybe they got the whole situation wrong. They could have, I don't know, I don't want to say this because I don't necessarily, but maybe they just completely, you know, wrote you off or something like that, or maybe they blamed you for something instead of also blaming themselves and realizing what they were responsible for, or, you know, not seeing what their fault in any situation. I don't really know, but whatever it is, it's a person who at the time they've had a change of perspective. And I think that because I'm talking about, I've been pronouncing things wrong. Somebody definitely got you wrong. At some point in time, somewhere along this journey, somebody got you wrong. Most of you, I feel like it's in a romantic sense, vice versa. And so this person here is coming through right here, and they deeply want to talk to you. For a while, they've been kind of holding it in or holding it back. I don't know why. I really don't know why. There could be several different reasons why. They could even have someone. Some of you, this person could have somebody. I kicked my light. Or they did. Or maybe they've been in a dark place because I kicked my light. I told you I don't believe in coincidence. So you see this? You see how just a little bit will change everything. Look at that. Just a little change of light. So maybe they've been in a dark place, or maybe they had to, maybe something was currently there or was there at a specific time, and then now it's no longer there, so now they can talk about something. I don't really know. And maybe it was a person, or maybe it was their ego, their pride, something. But for the first scenario, and some of you, this is happening all at the same time. A person wants to talk to you. They deeply want to talk to you. There's already been a type of foundation. There's already a history, you could call it. There's an emotional history between you and this person. And it's probably not the best. It feels quite stagnant. There's no movement in it whatsoever. You probably don't even speak to each other. I don't know how it left off, whether it was really bad or it wasn't so bad, or it was kind of, we just ghosted each other, we neglected one another. I don't really know. But it's very stagnant. It's very still. There's sediment at the bottom. Think about water that doesn't move for a while. We used to make those projects. It's going to get louder here. The truck's right outside. You know, those projects we made in school where you do the tornado, you would take the 2 liter of bottles of Coke or whatever and put them together, put the water in the glitter and spin them around, and you'd get a tornado out of it. You'd have glitter falling and whatever you chose to put in it, and beads. But if you don't move that for a while, it settles at the bottom. Think of a lava lamp. I'm seeing a lava lamp right now, emphasis on lava lamp. Maybe that's significant for somebody here. Maybe something to do with another fire sign, because lava, I think hot, I think fire. Maybe even another Aries. I think lava, I think diamonds, Aries. Aries or Taurus. April. What was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, so the history that you have with somebody is this foundation, this emotional foundation that you already did have with someone. It's not moved in a while. And so someone's like, they have no clue what they're going to get, you know? I used to work at a hotel that the pool didn't work. And it did at one point, I guess, and it stopped working. It didn't work when I worked there ever. But the pool, it looked like green. And I remember sometimes the guests would be like, the pool's not working? And I'm like, no, it's not working. And they're like, well, I know it's not working. I can tell it's not working. And I'm thinking like, why'd you ask me? I mean, you could it looked like a swamp, you know? Like, it looked like it just needed lily pads and frogs jumping out of it. It was so bad, like algae everywhere. But I was thinking, like, that's what I'm kind of seeing here as far as an emotional background that you have with somebody. It's not moved in a while, and it's still there. You know, kind of like, is it Sheryl Crow that says the first cut is the deepest? I believe that was her. You know, there was a cut made, there was an emotional impact that you and another had on each other. No matter how long, no matter how deep, it's there. And that's what worries them, I think, because they see you differently now. Maybe they're even realizing they have feelings for you now than they were even aware of then. But they don't know how this is going to go. Like, they have existing feelings. But it's better in some way because they feel you on a different level. It's probably because they're different. We're older now, you know, we're different. Maybe it's even for both of you. This could reign true. But I think this person is assuming that this isn't going to go well, that you won't even want to hear from them. You probably aren't even going to want to talk to them or anything like that. This could have already happened. It feels like this person wants to give more to you than they did before. That's what it feels like. It doesn't have to even be romantic. This could be a family member who realizes, like, almost like, let me just say, to make it easier here, they want to give to you in a way that they didn't give to you before, emotionally, or that they did and then they stopped, or they didn't see something in you before that they see now, or they didn't see something in themselves, how they were acting or their ways, and they see it now. And so they want to kind of make something right. Like, if this person was ever cold to you before or dry, they may want to be more warm to you now. They may want to make a better rapport with you or get closer, or, you know, you could call it a reconciliation in some way, whether it's reconcile romantically and get back together, or just reconcile, meet up and be like, hey, I'm sorry, we're sorry, hey, you know, hope you have a good life. This is going to be different for everybody. It's a spectrum here with everything I talk about. So some it'll be, let's get back together, you're the love of my life, I've always known it, I'm so sorry what happened in the past, I was young, dumb, and stupid. I almost said young, dumb, and full of But I'm also hearing that song, Young, Dumb, and Broke. So some of you, this could be a long time ago. Some of you, this is family. Some of you, it's friends, ex-friends, or even old work situations, possibly. Like, I see. But they're not sure how you're going to take it, or if you'll even be open. They do feel that they need to express something to you, something in a way they never quite did before. To be honest, I'm not sure that this is romantic, but for some of you it could be. I absolutely do get the vibe, though, that this person doesn't truly feel there's a real chance in hell that you would even care to hear from them. And they could be right. And some of you, it's not necessarily even like that. Like, some of you may be like, no, I would like to hear from this person. Some of you have no clue who I'm even talking about. This could be someone you wouldn't even be thinking about. But that doesn't mean you wouldn't want to hear from them again. You may not necessarily want to move forward in any particular way, but that doesn't mean you wouldn't have a sit down with somebody. You're different now too, you know. And some of you might say, hell no. But some of you might be like, yeah, absolutely. You know? They sit down and talk. Or if not in person, because you just can never be too careful these days. And that's not coming from a place of fear. You just have to protect yourself. You never know. Sometimes people will try to say they're different and meet up with you just to harm you. You never know. I mean, you can't be nobody's going to have your back like you're going to have your back. So you got to watch your own back and use your own discernment. But somebody could want to meet up with you and you may be open to it. Some of you, I think you will, but maybe better on the phone, or like we have, I don't have it, but some devices have it where you could do like FaceTime. So maybe you FaceTime or something, or use certain apps where you could see one another. Well, that would be nice then, you know. And then in other situations, this is a person that you don't want to hear from, but I did want to talk about it first because it was coming through strongest. I do think you're not in contact with whoever this is, and probably haven't been for a while, if they even know how to get in touch with you. But in these days, in this day and age, you know how to get in touch with people. You know, you can find them somehow. You just got to make sure it's them and not fake accounts and people pretending to be them and shit. You have to make sure it's actually them. Truthfully, for a lot of you, I think that this person is right. Not that any of you are holding a grudge, especially if you're an Aries. We actually get over most things quickly, which is true. For a lot of Aries, we really don't we really don't hold a grudge. I guess it depends on what you do, but we really don't, because we don't like that energy. We get over things rather quickly, most of us, depending on what happens. And so you may not hold a grudge on someone here, but it could really be a done deal for you with this person, meaning like whoever it is, you may not want a close relationship with them again. You may not want to explore anything new, whatever that is. New friendship, let's get closer as a family member, or let's get back together as a love. You may not want any of that, but that doesn't mean that you won't, welcome someone to have a conversation and be like, it might be good, in some situations it might be healing for you and another person. It could. Again, I would use your discernment and probably, make sure that you feel comfortable if they want to meet up. But some of you don't even have to do that in today's day and age. You could do it all on the phone or online. So I would definitely do it on a video though, so somebody knows who they're talking to, I think some of you will be open and some of you may not, but just so you know, unless this has already happened for some of you, somebody is heavily, that maybe they pop in your mind, you've been thinking about somebody, it's because they're heavily thinking about you during this time and thinking about the emotional foundation that's already been set between you and them, and how they see things very differently now than they did before. And it's almost like this vibe of, I don't know why I did what I did, or I don't know why things happened the way they did, or it's some sort of water under the bridge that someone wants to stir up, but not in a bad way. It's to kind of see if it's possible to like refill the fountain again, in a way. Now, that's the first part of this video. The second part of the video, because I won't have time to talk about it in this first part, is about a different person who came through. And some of you, this is all going on at the same time. Some of you, they're two completely different messages, and this part won't resonate, the one I'm about to get into in members. Some of you, the first part won't resonate at all, the one we just talked about in this one. And some of you, they will both resonate at the same time. So we will leave this here. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.